All night loading.
If you can't control it, if it goes downhill, still rolling. You in the wall, so I can't be folding.
Welcome to the PenGame Podcast. My name's Kyra.
I'm Jacka.
And I am SEVZ.
Writer of Inertia.
Yes, indeed.
My current favourite song.
Thank you.
Loving it, Sevs.
Thank you.
What's
Loving
the track
it.
actually about? Like, what made you write that like that?
What made me write about that? This is a good question. I think I just wanted to basically change styles as well. Number one, because I was like, you know, everyone knows I'm a lyricist, but it's time to actually make some music as well outside of PenGame. And yeah, number two, I think I found a girl who's pretty sweet still. So I was like, you know, let me write something about that. So yeah, literally.
Is her name Inertia?
No.
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 So have you got a girlfriend?
No, I don't.
Why did you say that so quickly?
That was said
I
super
don't. Just to make.
Sevz is on the market, guys.
Sorry if that was too fast. But yeah, I don't innit. Like
Is that going to upset someone?
No, not all.
Okay.
More time, you know, I've been on this music thing for a hot sec, so that's always been main priority anyways. Do you know what I mean? So
If you have a story about Sevz, hit us up in the comments.
Yeah, we want to know.
yeah, if you got a story about me, let me know still.
Would it be news to you?
Yeah, 100% still.
With your music, would you say that, so say for example, when you're writing your music outside of PenGame,
Yeah.
obviously, would you say that that's more like it's a thought process and calculated thing? Like, obviously, I know some people will do like, they'll kind of decide on a concept and then say, cool, I'm going to write about this. Or would you say that it comes more from just a natural, I'm feeling this way, this is what I'm writing? Like,
No, I think second mostly, like what I'm feeling is more like what I'm going to rap, because it's like there's different periods where I'm like, and especially with music now, it's kind of seasonal, where 1 minute it might be this is trending, but for me it's always been a thing where, you know, the basis will always be lyricism, but it's just about finding what genre to kind of implement that into.
yeah.
As an artist, do you think it's difficult with like the fast music trends of like TikTok and things where people just want to listen to a snippet and then on to the next?
Yeah, 100%. I think the quality of music has definitely gone down. And yeah, like the most powerful tool now you can really use is TikTok.
Social
but
media,
it's just so 50-50. Like, it's either going to pop off or it's not going to pop off. But yeah, I think going forward anyways, for me, it's going to be a thing where trying to create timeless music. So a song that you can listen to 10 years from now. Because you never know, like some songs pop off a couple years later.
Yeah.
So I think that's the main aim now anyways. Yeah.
Social media.
That's the issue. I think with TikTok mainly, like I've been telling people whenever we have these types of conversations, I've been saying to people the issue is that TikTok's kind of trained an entire generation of people to consume shorter content, and because the bracket for what does well is views, it's no longer about the quality of the music or whether or not this person's this or that. It's how have you been able to trick people into consuming your content, essentially. That's in the, like, when it boils down to everything, that's what it turns into. How have you been able to hook people into watching your video that includes the audio of your music, but they're not actually talking about like what you're saying and what it means to them and why they identify with it. It's just, this is running up numbers. So yeah, I think that's an issue with TikTok at the moment. But obviously, the way that you do your marketing and promo for your music, I think it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like with the studio videos and the way that you do the freestyles and the way that you frame it, I feel like it kind of takes back the power of what TikTok's doing, and it kind of puts the power back into your hands of, yo, I'm an artist. This is what I'm saying. I'm not trying to trick you into watching this content. If you're rocking with what I'm saying, then keep watching the video. And I think that works for you.
Yeah.
So it's good to see you doing that.
Definitely, thank you, man. You know, it's always coming down to like the basics. Like that's what music kind of started off with, freestyles. You know what I mean? Like SBTV and all that kind of stuff. So it's more like if you actually rate that, like if you rate it raw, you can only kind of rate it, you know, in the booth. So yeah, like I think another thing going forward, I wanted to start doing like more freestyles, just like on the strip. Do you know what I mean? Like I think that's what's gonna make people kind of listen, and because I still feel like there's an audience that want to kind of see that stuff. Do you know what I mean? So if I can tap into that as well, I think that'll be amazing. Still.
Yeah, 100%. Well, that's again, like I said, it's the issue with as an artist, you're kind of feeling like, not every artist, but obviously the artists that I feel like, say for example, that are likened to you, at least, it's kind of, you want to draw for the authenticity. You don't want to draw for the trend and for what's kind of, all right, cool, what can I say in this 5-second clip or this 5-second part of the song that's going to convince people to make it into a TikTok sound and it go
Yeah.
viral.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I do think it is important that more people start doing what you're doing in regards to taking back the power to decide whether or not people consume short form content or long form content. But that's besides the point.
Thank you. Thank you, man. No, I appreciate it.
But no, cold.
Who would you compare yourself to, artist-wise?
Artist-wise, that's difficult. Like, I've never really... you know what? I think, for me personally, I think when I started off, probably Cadet, because he was my favourite rapper. He kept it real, and he was always someone who was barring. He was always someone who was barring. Yeah. You know what I mean? And he kept it real as well, man. He kept it so real. But yeah, like, in terms of that, aside from that, like, the bars-wise, in terms of lyricism... always I've been compared to that Dave a couple times, which is kind of crazy in itself.
I was gonna say,
for me to think.
We did a pilot and Ginge said SEVZ is Dave.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Who said that?
Ginger.
That is crazy. You know what I mean? Like, because I've heard this from years ago, but I'm thinking, how can you not kind of see that? Do you know what I mean? Which is kind of crazy. But
Shout out Dave.
yeah, big up Dave,
Shout out
man.
Dave, come on our platform.
But yeah,
Let's
Dave.
get one as a judge.
Yeah.
You know, you can call me Rich16 maybe or something if you want. You know, yeah, you can call me. You know, maybe not Ghetto. You can call me Hood. So yeah, man. Yeah, I think those lot are just amazing in what they do, fam. Man, yeah, I had to kind of slightly study what they do. You know what I mean? In terms of like how they flip words or how they use idioms and then flip the idioms. So yeah, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, wicked. And who's your favourite artist at the minute?
My favourite artist at the minute. You know what's crazy?
You look bamboozled. Oof.
No, you know it's because I don't actually listen to music like that anymore.
Why?
I don't know. Music just doesn't hit the same. Like, for example, I might, listen to like something somebody just dropped. But after that, I'm not gonna go back and listen to it. You know what I mean? Like, after that, it's just like, okay.
Do you think that comes down to people not making music again, as you were saying, for the simple joy for people to hear it, and more so for the quick fixes, social media?
Nah, yeah. For example, in terms of like TikTok music, I don't actually consume that. No, I don't really care. But in terms of like people who are actually already established in the scene, for like, if example, if Wretch dropped the track, I'd go listen to it, but I wouldn't, play it after that basically.
Unless it was catchy, like
the only time I actually really listen to music is either one, if I need inspo, or I'm in the kitchen cleaning, bruv. A couple 2000 hits, you get me, like early 2000 hits and that.
What's
something.
the tune in the kitchen?
The tune in the kitchen, there's a lot, man. I might play like my S Club 7 or something. Boy Blue,
I love that.
all that kind of stuff, man. Yeah, sorry, not Boy Blue. Sorry, yeah, there's a couple, man. There's a couple, Akon. I love it, man. I can't lie, I love it still.
I can actually see you in the S Club.
Yeah.
No, big them up, man. Big them up. They're cold still. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's what I've been saying. Like, obviously, I know we keep going back to this TikTok conversation. But I think the way that the music industry's changed, and I have this conversation a lot as well, a way that the music industry's changed now is this kind of, I feel like, say for example, people like Eminem, 50 Cent, like Jay-Z, that like bracket of rapper, I feel like they've put a wall. There's a wall there now. Like, no matter what now, I don't think that anybody will be able to reach that level of timeless or that level of icon because of how saturated the market is now, because it's so easy to get online and be on camera. Nobody's ever going to be able to be burnt into your mind the way that, say for example, Eminem or 50 Cent are. So I think it's crazy the way that it's all working, but that's music. That's the music industry.
100%, man. 21st century music.
The Group C event. How did you find it yesterday? I think it was an amazing event.
Wow, man. It was. I don't know, man. Like in the moment, you're not really thinking in that, but yeah, it was good still, man. It was. I think I kept the levels up from the last battle, and that was the main objective. Yeah. I think I've done it still.
Did you feel any pressure because you had already taken part in the tournament, and you did quite well in the previous tournament last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I felt pressure. No, not at all. I'd just say it was an underdog game. Like, anybody could have done anything. So I had to try kind of, especially after the Jizz battle, I kind of had to keep the levels up there and keep it consistent for everybody. Because it's like, you can't predict what somebody's going to do. So if I think, I'm going to beat Kusha and I underperform, she could probably overperform me. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, there was no pressure. I knew what I had to do, basically.
Yeah, good. How did you think the other people performed? Say, for example, Dino had some performances. Obviously, towards the end, they started appreciating them a little bit more.
Dino was cooking towards the end.
He was, man. He was.
I think, unfortunately, I know he was unwell as well, but I think, unfortunately, it was a little too, like, the emphasis he was giving, it was too little too late. Potentially.
Yeah.
Obviously, potentially. And also, I think the judges, again, they weren't as proactive.
Yeah.
With giving reloads.
At some point, At some point, still. At some points, Which
there
is a bit disappointing, but hey, not all the judges are gonna be so clued up. You know what I mean? So
do you think that there needs to be some type of, prior to the actually event starting and battles? Do you think that there needs to be a conversation had with judges about how they take to the show so that they're a bit more briefed on it? So, say for example, obviously we have these conversations with them anyway, but do you think that there should be more specific criteria of, all right, cool, listen, when the audience is going mad and the crowd's going mad, don't shy away from it? Because what I noticed quite often was bless you.
Thank you.
What I noticed quite often was, say for example, Manga and Catch have got their reload times in the air. They're appreciating what's happening, but because Paps is still, he's hesitant to put it up, it's holding back the reload. So potentially, do you think there should be a conversation had of, yo, like, if the other two judges are putting their signs up and you're not sure what to do, just put your sign up, man.
Yeah.
You know what is, you can say that, but then it's like, what's the point of making the rule then? It's supposed to, if it's three people, so do you want to make the judges 2 and then the crowd vote, or so there's a lot of ways they could do it, you know what I mean? Really and truly, maybe the judges do need to be a bit more clued up, I guess, or just a bit more open, because obviously, you know, in Paps' defense, he's not as lyrical or as a musician as them, you know what I mean? So you can give him the benefit of the doubt regardless.
Who would you want to see as a judge?
As a judge, to be fair, I feel like it's difficult, but maybe a few more like Grammys. I think like someone like Scorcher would be cold, maybe. You know what I mean? Someone a bit more, you know, in there. I think Bouncer would probably be a cold judge, or maybe a couple of reactors. You know what I mean? That who are actually unbiased and you know catch the bars.
Name a few reactors.
A few reactors that I've seen. There's been Nico. There's been Journalist, Custom Culture.
Do you know who else react? He doesn't necessarily react, but he does skits based off of the videos he came, based off of the battles. He's from America. Bryson?
Yeah. Bryson's cool.
Yeah. Did you see him when he came?
Yeah, I've seen Bryson. I met him at
Levels.
I met him at the last event he come to, because obviously they all did that link up.
Call out. Do you want to see?
Yeah, man. Hey, Scorcher, if you're there, why not become a judge, man? Please.
You're not convincing him with that tone. Scorcher, he wants you to be a judge.
No, man. Yeah, there's a few, man. Hey, Dave, why not?
Dave, come on.
I got bars for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I heard on the grapevine, it's a mad shout. Raheem Sterling watches PenGame religiously every Saturday with his boys.
Raheem.
That's mad.
That's what I've heard.
Come on.
The only place for Arsenal. Lovely. Raheem.
Let me make a call.
Is Raheem Sterling not with Chelsea?
No.
Okay, so we need to get this right for the sake of Raheem Sterling.
Where have you been?
I don't watch football. Raheem Sterling, I know that you play football. I don't watch football.
He's from West London.
Oh my days.
I don't know that as well.
I'll make some calls.
Yeah, big up Raheem
White
Sterling.
red hat as well, man. Oh my days. Disappointing.
It might have to be for the finals or the semi-finals. That means that you have to be in the finals or the semi-finals.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Sebs, work your magic.
All right.
Pressure.
Yeah, that's it.
Come on.
Check out. Remind me. I'll make some calls.
I will do, yeah. What do you think of Fendry and Kusha's performance? Obviously, we spoke about Dino.
You know what it is? I thought Fendry... You know what it is? Fendry done well. I just assumed he was going to be a bit more difficult. I thought he was going to be a bit more, you know, direct. He had bars, though, so I think he done well overall. You know what I mean? Kusha as well. Oh, my days.
Aye, listen.
You know what? I need a get back, man. That's what I need, you know? And then after I need a vacation, bro.
What does the get back look like?
Yeah.
From off the back of what she done to you? Obviously, we won't give away too much, but off the back of what she done to you, what's the get back even look like, bro? Like,
yo, eye for an eye, man. I can't lie. Eye for an eye. Let's go. Eye for an eye, let's go.
Kusha, be careful.
Get me. She's going to need an eye patch after this, man.
SEVZ is pulling out a whole inflatable. That's crazy.
Oh, gosh.
Inflated was mad.
Yeah, that is crazy. Sorry, just to go back on what you said about Fendry.
Yeah.
You said you thought he was going to be more difficult.
Yeah.
Do you think he, not underperformed, of course, but do you think he was slacking a little bit?
I think maybe it was two things. I overestimated him and I underestimated myself at the same time.
Okay.
Only because I kind of wrote for Fendry like the last week. So I was like, I've got to write these two, then remember it as well in the time frame. But actually, thankfully, I didn't drop the mic. I don't think I've dropped the mic yet.
Ever, have you?
No, I don't think I have still. So,
yeah.
I've got away with it. It was just, I think it was a balance of them two things. But also, Fendry was saying that, you know, he was saying, like, he was reiterating to me that the battle was going to be legendary. So I was thinking, yeah, I've got to come proper for my man, you know what I mean? Because everybody's out for my head after the last battle.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Driz.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was good.
But I think I've underestimated myself at the same time because a lot of people saying like, yo, you're top 3. Oh, bro, like you were mad. Like, like you're a veteran. I'm thinking, huh? Me? I've never thought that, you know. I've never thought like I've been up there. Maybe because of my delivery was not the same as them lot, maybe, and the bars will always go overhead. So I was like, I've still got a long way to go. Do you know what I mean? But I think I've done decent. So like, as of recent,
you've leveled up substantially from the last tournament. Obviously, I feel like a lot of the issue was that people weren't able to, and we were saying this in the last episode, people weren't able to consume what you were saying purely based off of how fast you were rapping. And part of, I think, performing to a live crowd and doing it in a way, obviously it's one thing, if people already know your song and you're performing, it's a different setting. But when you're performing something to somebody that they don't even know what the lyrics are, they don't know anything like that, you have to consider being able to break it down in a way that they can consume it live on stage, especially for it to go in your way. Obviously, when it's in front of judges and it's in front of a whole crowd that needs to make noise for it to look like you're winning. And I think, since the last tournament, the way that you've kind of leveled up and I said it to you yesterday, obviously you've taken breaks in the sense of you'll spit a bar and then you're taking these weird pauses, but I like it. Like the places that you're kind of stopping the syllable from being and then starting again, it fits well. And I think it's really, I think that's what contributed towards the crowd being able to digest your lyrics.
Thank you,
100%.
Mad thing.
And you also used a couple of sounds. What are they called? They're sounds, isn't it?
Sound effects.
Sound effects. Yeah.
So, but I mean, the sound effects that I use always, like, I'm not going to use a sound effect for no reason. It always has to correlate with the bar, you know what I mean? So it's more effective,
And that also allows you the time to breathe. I remember previously as well, I think this was last tournament when we spoke, you look confused.
I look confused?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Last tournament. I think it was semi-finals, quarterfinals.
It might have been the one against Scams, you know.
Yeah.
I think because I started rapping too early, so the sound effect. The sound effect came a bit too early or something, but luckily it still fit, so it didn't really. People didn't really realize like that, basically.
Yeah. No, but what?
Quick question: favorite bar?
My favorite bar. It's difficult.
What's that from yesterday?
In general.
Your
favorite bar.
I've got mine.
Spit it now.
I think the most blatant one that I remember off the top of my dome was like, that I feel like everybody knows is, this cheese is bun. You ain't nothing but a patty. You would get jerked in front of your chick for peas. No way could you be man's Aki.
Yeah.
I think that's one of the best ones still. That more memorable ones, anyways. Yeah.
No, that was a good setup.
100%.
Good setup.
100%. No, what I was going to say to you is last year when you were in the tournament and we were speaking, you said, I don't know, man. I just think some of my bars are going over people's heads.
Yeah.
And again, I think it's because you're such a lyricist that you give so much that you do, as Jacka was saying, you do need to sort of break it down to allow people to digest it live. But SEVZ, you're doing your thing, man.
Thank you.
He knows. He's acting all humble now.
Yeah.
Before the event, I had said to him, listen, we know that they're not going to outbar you. Obviously, I'd had the conversation with you. I said to you, they're not going to outbar you. If anyone beats you, personally, I thought that it was because they'd be able to outfunny you.
Okay,
So you're moving too humble.
Too humble.
It's true.
No, but like I said, I got PTSD from the last tournament, innit? So I'm never getting gassed again.
No, everyone I interviewed yesterday and I was speaking to, I was like, who do you think's going to win? everyone, SEVZ, and then I don't know. Definitely SEVZ, and then I don't know. SEVZ.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
I don't know, man. It's hard to digest because I've never got like this kind of like reception before, innit? So it was just kind of new to me. I'm thinking, oh, like they're actually listening now. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Someone who must have like took a couple earplugs out. Yeah, like I don't know. But yeah, I think like you lot did say that. I think I've cleaned up my delivery a bit more, slowed it down, and yeah, just trying to also find a balance between like bars, but also switching up flows at certain points. So
Yeah.
you know, there's a bit more diversity as well.
Who do you think would be a real challenge
In the tournament or just in general?
in the tournament?
In the tournament, it's difficult. I think there's a couple problems, I'll be real. I feel like everyone so far who is through is a problem.
So we've got Passive,
Passive,
Zaya,
Zaya,
Smiles,
JM.
JM.
Yeah, so them and then who we got? IB Rules.
Cheeks, JC, and Karma 10 TNF.
Yeah.
Who do you think goes through out of? Sorry, my apologies. I'll answer Kyra's question first.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, the biggest challenge is definitely, I'd say, Smiles.
Have you battled him yet?
No, I haven't battled
Never in your
Smiles
life?
yet. Nah. But you know what scares me is JM. JM is such an underdog, bruv. Like, you know what I mean? JM, and I think Passive, you know, the Passive's got a lot of hype, you know what I mean? So I'm
The
eager.
passive effect.
Yeah, I'm eager to see, like, if I was to battle him, I'm eager to see how that would actually play out. Because I've heard debates like Passive would beat Ren. Nah, Ren would beat Passive, and we know what Ren's on in it. So, but yeah, Rules as well, I think it's going to be crazy. And then, yeah, in terms of that group, I'd say Rules on paper, and then JC. But in the same breath, I think Cheeks, if she does her thing, pulls off a couple jokes and actually can probably pull through. And then Karma's improved from his last battle, anyways.
Yeah, I think it'd be nice for a woman to go through.
No, yeah, genuinely. And the thing is, the every group stage has been very, very unpredictable. And even now, we're talking about the next group stage. I want to say, all right, cool, IB Rose and JC. And I say that on the basis that, say, for example, with Cheeks, I feel like I know what I expect from Cheeks. So if you surprise us and you do something that I'm not expecting, I think you definitely could take it away.
You know what you're getting from Cheeks?
I don't agree
think
with
so.
that.
I think so, yeah.
I don't agree with
Yeah,
that.
me either.
Yeah,
Chicken
I think
shot,
so. I think I've got her pinned.
Chicken shot, when
Yeah.
she battled Kucha, first round, I was stood with Ace, and we were like, whoa, this is dark.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting that.
That's interesting because I'll say this, like I was a little bit underwhelmed with Cheeks' performance at the chicken shot.
Really?
Only on the basis that I felt like I expected that from her. Like I knew from her battle with Marcel, I kind of understood what her comfort zone was. So from there, if I can see what your comfort zone is, I kind of know what I'm expecting from you in your next battle. That's why the people that haven't battled so often, I look forward to them battling. So Karma, I've been saying for ages now, I look forward to Karma battling because I don't know what to expect from Karma once he's actually properly comfortable and settled in. He's only had something like 2-3 battles.
Yeah, and
But he's at every battle, so he's then taking in what everyone's...
They've had the most time as well, do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
their prep time is going to be crazy
100%.
in comparison to like the first group. And yeah, like you said, they're coming to each event, they're seeing how the levels are, you know, growing, exceeding. So you're going to have to match that. And I feel like that's what happened to me anyways. Like everybody was I kind of knew I had a target on my head. So I was like, I can't sleep on anybody, you know what I mean? I can't.
Everyone was trying to get SEVZ down yesterday.
I will not back down.
That was the initiative. I feel like everybody else in their mind was like, all right, cool, I need to beat SEVZ.
Honestly, bro, I was like, no, man. And that's the only thing that tipped me off about the Jizz battle, because I was like, you see the Jizz battle, I was like, nah, cool. I got my flowers, but now everyone's on me. Do you know what I mean? So it was a double-edged sword kind of thing, man.
Yeah,
no,
good. Definitely.
So sorry. The next group, who do you think is actually gonna go through? Little predictions.
On paper, Reels and JC. But yeah, like I said, it's you don't know in the tournament no more. Honestly, like you said, it's been unpredictable from the beginning. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. Honestly.
Yeah. Mad.
Who's your favourite PenGame artist?
In terms of battling, I'd say probably Dandana, you know. I'd say he's not in. Funnily enough, like it's weird. He's not in my top 3, but he's my favorite. You know what I mean? Like, why? He's actually like from the beginning. He's not really ever had gotten his flowers. But the more you actually listen to my man, he's probably one of the best. Like flows, aggression, and his schemes are top tier. Like it actually goes so undernoticed. Like his schemes are amazing. So
I think it's only really this year people are like, or maybe after the 2v2s actually, people are like, oh, Dan's cooking. But Dan's been it since season 1, episode 1.
Yeah. But I think, like you said, the 2v2 tournament
really highlighted.
is really when, and I'll be honest, like the 2v2 tournament for me is the moment that I was like, okay, like Dan's actually got it properly. Don't get me wrong. That's not to say that I didn't know that Dan was a barras before that.
But it highlighted,
it's whether or not he was going to be able to translate it in a way that resonated with audiences on PenGame. And the 2v2 tournament really like showed that to me. So that's when I started thinking, all right, cool. Like now I'm looking forward to seeing how Dan continues on this upward slope.
Yeah. I think the Ambu battle was always definitely one of my favourites from him. Like the rounds were crazy, man. Like honestly, like the whole little Star Wars scheme that he done, I was like, this guy, man, they're sleep, they're not catching it. But even if they don't catch the scheme, he's always got something like hard hitting at the end. You know what I mean? So it was very good. Still, big up Ambu as well.
Is that would you say that Dan's like your favourite person to watch perform?
Yeah, 100%. He can take that title still.
What about you?
Who's my favourite person to perform?
Yeah, like so. Say for example,
shoes have a tickle my toe, itching.
When they're battling, So who do you think you enjoy watching the most? Not necessarily your top 3 in the whole roster.
Who do I enjoy watching? I think. Do you know who I'm really enjoying at the minute? JM. And he does, because when he's getting excited, he does his little do. He does his little dance. I enjoy that.
JM goes off. Yeah.
SEVZ, my son.
I'm
claiming.
Big
Who
up
else?
JM, man.
Yeah, cold.
Yeah. Who else is a good performer? I'm thinking all rounds, all around. I don't know. I will ask the questions. I don't have the answers.
I've heard Smiles is
I
up there for a
don't
lot of
get the
people.
answers, Sway.
You ain't got the answers, Sway.
Yeah, Smiles is good.
Yeah.
But oh no.
Performance rent.
He's good.
You put yourself in a box now.
Yeah. Smiles is good. Sorry, so sorry. Love you. But not my all-time favourite performer, okay? Love you, we can have a conversation after, sorry.
Yeah, fair enough.
Outside of PenGame, when you're not writing your bars, when you're not recording my favourite song of all time, what do you do for fun?
For fun?
Yeah.
What do I even do for fun? I don't have fun.
Uni? No, that's not fun though.
Yeah, uni's not fun. Oh my goodness, uni's not fun. But more time I think, I don't know, man. I'm just looking for ways out of the loophole. You know what I mean?
What does that mean?
Ways to make money, ways to, kind of get your music out there, different methods. Because TikTok's just so straightforward now. It's like,
that still seems worky. What do you do for fun? Like, how do you enjoy yourself? One of your friends is here. Like, what do you guys do? Like, he'll call you and he'll say, "Hey, SEVZ, let's go."
SEVZ, you're single. What do you do to have fun?
I don't have fun. Like I said, I've already locked in, man. I cut my hair for the conviction. You know what I mean? I cut my hair for the conviction. I said, I'm going to go gym. I'm going to study a bit more.
There we go. So, what do you do in the gym? Bench press?
Yeah, everything in it. Dips.
No, it's good.
Yeah,
it's good. He got here. I offered him a drink. He said, "No, I got water." I said,
man. Literally, man. So I think right now it's just straight thinking forward, man. It's good to have fun. But I feel like after I've been so busy with music and uni, and I ain't really found time. But I think after I finish uni, I'm gonna go have a session of ball with the lads. It's been well. It's like they've been hitting me up. Hey, let's go do this, but I ain't had time. Unless it's like somebody's birthday, I'm not really outside.
Yeah,
like that.
And
just to cut.
Go on.
I personally, I think that's good though. I think that to be a young man in this day and age, and like in the world that we live in the country and city we live in especially, I feel like being as disciplined as you are, Like I think it's admirable because
Yeah.
obviously, and it shows obviously when you're battling, it shows in your personality when you're speaking to people and the way that you carry yourself.
Thank you.
So yeah, definitely, like you should take pride. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Thank you.
100%. We love to
Thank
see
you.
it. Like you should take pride in the way that you carry yourself because it's very admirable. I would say you're very
Thank
well
you.
disciplined, visibly.
Thank you.
So yeah,
Appreciate it, man.
I called him.
You're a good
I said to him, I
guy,
was like, "Where are you?"
Sevs.
He said, "I've been at the library." Before he got to the podcast, he was at the library.
Literally, I was
Said
clutching,
so
man.
not my heart.
Yeah, big
What
up
What
to
were you
Sevs, man.
doing at the library?
I've got my last dissertations of that next week, innit? So hey, you gotta lock in quickly. You know what I mean?
We're wishing you all the luck in the world.
Thank you, man. Hey, hopefully I ain't here for another year redoing rubbish, man. So
What are you studying?
business management. Yeah.
What do you want to do? Or do you want to do music full time? What do you want to do?
I mean, that would be cool. That would be ideal. But you know, the music scene is terrible and it's crumbling. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, really and truly. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
I got time.
No. In regards to, say, but obviously, I don't know what this is, but like with relying on the idea of making your financial income being purely off of music, my suggestion would always be like, I wouldn't necessarily rely on music being your main source of income.
You said
Always
that
have,
before.
yeah,
Enjoy it.
100%, yeah, because then when you get to a point where, all right, cool, my main source of income and my means of living is purely reliant on the fact that I'm making music, that I'm performing and that I'm doing tours, it puts this kind of like stress that I can imagine when you get to that point, I might not want to go on tour. I want to spend some time with my family, or I might want to do this. And
Yeah.
so I would advise you like in the direction of making sure that your bread's patterned somewhere else
You facts.
rather than ever letting it become music, because once it is music, that's how they get you. Because then you need to keep coming back and need to releasing
lose the
songs
love.
for them and all
like,
these different
yeah,
things.
100%. Because the way I see even nowadays with these deals, like it's like I always put into perspective. Like if a label offers you like 20K, bro, that's only a year's worth of money. Do you know what I mean? Like in the grand
Not
scheme,
even.
is
Yeah,
Yeah,
not even.
I think
you're right.
Yeah, like,
you know.
I think average salary in London is like what?
25, I
32?
swear.
Oh,
No, I think 28 now.
Or has it gone
Oh.
up
It's
to
gone up.
28?
A little bit,
Yeah.
And then the price of everything goes up anyways.
yeah, but it doesn't balance.
Yeah.
Big up Rishi Sunak.
Yeah. Big up.
Hey, Driz. Sort it out, Driz. What's
I'm
going
not
on?
involved in it. It was Jack.
Sorry, go on.
Like your surname, you can hold
No,
this
this
card.
Come
Trust
on,
me. Trust
Who would
me.
you like to battle? In out of the whole competition, tournament aside.
Everyone.
You know what is? I'd love to see a battle maybe with maybe me and Passive. You know.
Yeah,
only
you said that
only off the back end, yeah. I just want to see, like, if I did beat him, like, I want to see what the comments would say.
It's a six.
that's what
He's
I want
got
to see.
such a strong.
Battle Driz.
Driz,
Yeah.
I did.
Is that a while ago then?
No, it was the
No, that was the
no,
hold your card,
don't
and
count.
afterwards you were like, that was good.
That don't count.
It doesn't count because it was a one rounder. I want to see you battle
Yeah,
Driz in a
yeah, it
3
doesn't
round
count.
battle.
Okay, 3
Don't
rounds.
count.
Okay.
I love it. 3 rounds.
Yeah. Why not, Driz? Let's run it back, man.
Because there's something about both of your delivery and dynamics that I would love to see, because you guys are both as passionate as each other in your bars.
Yeah.
You own your bars, and you both, when you are on stage, I've seen you now lose yourself in your bar. And I loved it.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yesterday was a real eye-opener, and so I saw a different side of you yesterday.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I even got a track with Driz pending as well. We're gonna lock in regardless. I think Prindy has also chose to battle me again as well. So
Yeah, she keeps saying that. She keeps saying that. Every minute she's like, yeah, where's Sevs? Where's Sevs?
I'm here.
It's like rematch.
I'm here. Yeah, we can run it back. I don't really mind, man. Smoke for everybody naturally.
Yeah, I think she's improved quite a lot.
Yeah, definitely, man. I think everybody's improved,
Yeah.
really and truly, and you have to. Like, the game is just evolving, man. You know what I mean? Like, you have to, because Dino, like, even yesterday, he was barring, fam. You know what I mean? So,
Were you surprised?
not really. I know Dino's a barrer, but it's usually just a thing where he usually drops the mic in it. But that was pretty much it, man. But I know Dino's good though.
Speaking of don't drop the mic, we're about to see if today is the day that you do drop the mic. Yeah. Get ready.
Yeah. So the other artists have been playing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, the objective is don't drop the mic.
Don't drop the mic, okay?
Yeah.
You'll see.
Don't make today that day, you know.
Don't make it today.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
Sevs,
Yeah.
are you ready?
Yeah.
Don't drop the mic, my killie. Let's go.
Let's play sports together.
Go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Well done.
No!
Three.
No, you did well, bro. No! Damn it!
I do think that was
Go on,
slow though.
I think
Oh,
it is.
Sims! What did you think of that?
Bruv, that was long, fam. A workout, bro.
It's harder than it looks,
Yeah.
innit?
Yeah, no,
You
therefore, man.
did alright. I mean, well done you.
What,
You
did I
did
give you the
alright.
best though?
Well, never mind.
You wanna on me?
On that note, listen, May 25th, we've got the group after Group C.
Which is Group D.
The final group stages before the quarterfinals. Make sure you're getting your tickets. The link's in the bio right now.
We'd love to see ya.
We would.
100%.
That's it.
Yeah.
Thank
Cold,
you so
but
much, guys.
Yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe. Tell us what you want from us.
Yeah, all of the good
We'll
stuff.
see if we can accommodate.
Yeah, big up, SEVZ. Thank you for coming today.
No
We'd
worries,
love to
man.
having you on.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. The honour was all mine, man.
Oh,
Come on, man.
honestly.
Get 'em out of here.
Where'd you get it from?
Come on.
PenGame. PenGame.
Can't hear you.
PenGame. Hey, big up
Say
Ginger as well,
what?
man. Big up Ginger.